Welcome back to NBA Cinema, guys. So I want to talk about this briefly. As KG and Paul Pierce, they kind of go in on the players of today getting all these non-contact injuries to their lower extremities, and a lot of people have blamed it on pace, the pace of the game. And at some point back, to the Lakers and say, well, that pace was extremely fast as well. You look back around that time frame, some teams playing pretty fast, but look at Indiana. That's 2 straight years. Tyrese Halliburton non-contact injury. Jason Tatum non-contact injury. Dame Dollar non-contact injury. But leading up to these injuries, it's always reported that these guys are feeling soreness, and it's a cumulative effect. Um, Anytime you're about to tear that Achilles, like uh, Tyrese Halliburton did, like KD did, you feel it in your calf. It becomes a calf strain. And that's why you're supposed to sit out. You're not supposed to try to play through that because the next thing to go typically is your Achilles, and that's a much, much longer recovery time. So let's get into what KG and Paul had to say about it, guys. Let's peep.
Some of the trainers were talking about the lack of calf raises for some of the players to end their workout. Bro, we used to end a workout, especially on a leg day, calf raises. This is how I'm speeding up, this is how I'm stopping, this is my whole wiggle. If your calves ain't here. And on top of whenever I go to finish, I gotta be athletic enough to finish, right? Bro, when you start breaking that down,
like this is what Ticket talking about that they out of shape. We practiced every day. We went up and down every day.
Like a game.
Like a game. So we 5-on-5 pretty much the whole season.
With drills.
With drills. And so now they come in and they doing a lot of individual work.
With a trainer.
So a lot of our shit was game speed. Right.
With a trainer.
And then in the summer.
At half speed.
Right.
For 30 minutes.
Right.
But then they're gonna go play a 2-hour fucking game and think they gonna play.
In the summer, we played ball.
Ball, hard.
We played 5-on-5.
For 7 hours.
In the summer, they individual work every day.
For 30 minutes. With one trainer.
Yeah.
And think that's gonna be the same shit. Like, what are we talking about here?
Same.
Bro, motherfucker do a whole workout an hour by himself. I come in here, it's 5 niggas in one workout doing 30 minutes. Bro, This is not the same shit, bro.
No.
Then he gonna go run Red Mountain and try to kill himself.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to bring up. Ticket, you had a pretty, memorable.
I gotta guard a Tracy McGrady. I gotta guard a real nigga in fourth quarter and I'm tired of my legs done. How do I simulate that? I gotta go play against people like this, and then I gotta take my body and try to kill it. Because when you, listen, I'm gonna tell you something. This is what them motherfuckers don't tell you about game 4 or game 5 or game 7. When you in mud and they come down to LO and they call in a triangle, you gotta stop LO from Lloyd, and I'm stuck in mud and my legs ain't even, and then, you know what I'm saying? And then I get to the huddle and 3-4 niggas is falling out. Motherfuckers don't wanna play no more. Like, bro, you can't simulate this. This is the foxhole you in. So you try to put yourself in simulate. He would go to, what's the dunes you go to?
Oh yeah, the dunes over there in Manhattan Beach.
I'm going to the opposite dune where it look like a whole mountain. Yeah. He doing that when I'm doing this one. We both talking shit about what it take to get to the top. He talking about how he threw up. I talking about how I threw up coming down. He threw up on the way up. Like, Lord, who training like this? And why y'all training like that? Guess what? We get to the fourth quarter, we looking fresh. We dapping, yeah, nigga, you remember that?
Right.
Yo, what you nigga, let's get him in. Like, you know what I'm talking about? You feel what I'm saying? So that's what we doing.
So to me, I feel like, yes, how well you train, how well you build your body. You look at what Michael Jordan did after he was injured in his second season, to have himself healthy most of the seasons going forward, and being able to play 82 games multiple times. There is a certain amount of work you have to put in the off season, right? Just on building your body. Tim Grover, shout out to him. There's also a component of rest to that as well. So it's not just about the workout, it's about the rest and recovery as well. But you do want intense workouts, correct technique, and you want to build your body for your style of play, what type of team you're on, what pace they play, and this is where minutes and all that stuff becomes important too. How well does your coaching staff manage the roster? You look at Thibs, that was one of the big complaints about him over a year ago, overplaying players. And you look at Indiana's pace, they have a very frenetic pace that they play at right now. And Tyrese Halliburton, they're able to lead a lot of comebacks because they can score really fast and get up and down really quickly. So when you're up even 18 points with 6 minutes left, you have to watch those Pacers because they do have the ability to come back, but that does take a toll on the body. It's not like a contact injury, like you get knocked out the sky and everything. I know the physicality era has been talked about a lot, but when you have this pace, sometimes physical basketball is better than you just letting people run up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, because over time, your body breaks all the way down. And we've seen it happen to Tyrese Halliburton in 2 straight postseasons. But this time, he's going to be out the entire season next year. It wouldn't be no need for him to come back next year, and try to play through that. He needs to recover in full and get ready for the following season. Jason Tatum also probably out next season. Dame older out next season. And so when I hear KG say that, there are some things probably you can do strength and conditioning wise to protect your body, but also do not forget the rest and recovery component of it. I know no days off is a nice slogan, it's a nice thing to say, but the truth of the matter is there is some days off needed. Um, I think the analytics also, as far as load managing players and different things like that. To me, it hasn't proven to prevent injury. Um, it could lit it could increase the length of years that someone plays, but if you look at the amount of games Kawhi has played, um, just with them trying to manage him, is can be condensed. Like 4 of his seasons can be condensed into one healthy season. You know what I'm saying? A few of his seasons can be condensed into one healthy season. And so when you look at it like that, um, all the things they've tried to do to kind of prevent that is not working, man. Get out there and play, give it your all, work out. Um, Coaches, manager guys, training staff, be on top of guys. They got a little soreness. You got to make sure you treat that. Tyrese Halliburton, when you're in a situation like that and a team sees what's already happened in KD in the finals on that stage, you cannot allow a player to play like that. You just go ahead and lose the series. It hurts, it's painful, but you back the next season. Um, because I knew that he was not going to be able to play a team like OKC um, with that injury. And I knew like he made it out of game 6, and they're lucky he even made it that far. But game 7, there was not a chance that he would make it to through 2 games with an active calf strain. So, yeah, man, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Till next time, peace.